So let's recap on what we've covered this week about conditionals. So let's start with the zero conditional. This is when we use if or when with the present tense for the conditional clause and the present tense for the result clause. Okay, we use it to talk about real events, things that are always true, facts, for example. Okay, for example, when I feel sad, I phone my family. Or if I feel sad, I phone my family. It's always true. It's something I always do. What do you do when you feel bored? Or what do you do if you feel bored? Same thing. Okay. So I'm asking you for a fact about you. I watch a film when I feel bored. Or I watch a film if I feel bored. I don't sleep well when I'm anxious, or I don't sleep well if I am anxious. Okay, so we use the present tense in both parts of the sentence. Okay, if we use the conditional clause first, the when or if clause, if that comes first, we always have a comma at the end of that clause. Okay, if we have the result clause first, we don't need a comma in the sentence. So, what do you think will happen in the future with coronavirus? I think things might get worse before they get better. We can say, I think things will get worse with the coronavirus. So moving on to the first conditional, we have if or when with the present simple as the conditional clause, and then we use the future in the result clause. For example, if it rains, you will get wet. Okay, if it rains, we're talking about sometime in the future, not now. You will get wet. You will get wet in the future. You will get cold if it snows. So again, if we've got the conditional clause first, we need a comma. If we have the result clause first, we don't need a comma. He'll miss the presentation if he gets here late. Unless you hurry up, we will be late. Unless means the same as if not. So unless you hurry up, we will be late means the same as if you don't hurry up, we will be late. Another example, unless you wear a face mask, you won't be able to go into the supermarket. That's the same as if you don't wear a face mask, you won't be able to go into the supermarket. When the cat comes in, I will give him some milk. When I text you, will you please answer me? Okay, good question. So we use the first conditional to talk about real possible situations in the future. So they're not happening now. Even though we're using the present tense for the conditional part, they are not happening now. They are not facts like the zero conditional. So the difference between the zero and the first conditional is zero conditional is present tense in both parts of the sentence, and it's fact, always true. The first conditional, we use the present tense and the future tense, and it's not always true. We're talking about a specific situation, okay? And it's a specific situation that is likely to happen in the future. It's very possible that it will happen. Okay. So, for example, if infections reduce, we will be able to travel more. The infection rate will reduce when we have the vaccine. When we can go out more, we will all feel better. The shops won't reopen unless the infection rate goes down. When the infection rate goes down, we can go back to college. How exciting. So don't forget, we can use when, unless, and words like this, until, as soon as, instead of if. We use the same construction otherwise, the same tenses in the first conditional. Okay, so as I said, first conditional talks about the possibilities in the future that depend on something happening. Zero conditional talks about things that are true now and depend on something happening. Okay, they are facts.